Welcome back. And in today's episode, we are going to be listening to DJ Vlad basically give his reasons why he doesn't really believe in cryptocurrencies. Okay.
But it's not impossible.
Okay, it's not impossible.
Not
And you actually invest your money.
yeah.
Okay, and this is something I'm very big at. I have a Instagram page called Vlad Stocks where I talk about stock investing.
Yeah.
That's something I've been doing, for 10 years nonstop, and that's sort of changed my whole financial life completely. What kind of investing do you do?
I bought two houses, two properties that I'm renting out. I'm in the cryptocurrency shit. I'm deep in that right now.
For those of you who don't really have an idea who this guy is, he's a South African rapper. Nasty C. He's very popular in Africa plus pretty much all over the world. He's going global right now.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that. I'm not a big cryptocurrency fan myself at all.
How come?
I just,
You don't trust it?
it's not that I don't trust it. It's that when I look at any sort of new technology, and I have a computer science background. I went to school for it and I graduated with it. And
Interesting. DJ Vlad says he has a computer background, so he's obviously very aware of what technology is all about. Plus, he has the capability of processing everything like at a different level with in comparison to somebody who doesn't have like any basic computer science background. So I'm really hoping that he does understand what he's talking about.
I'm very much a tech guy. Vlad TV is as much a tech company as it is a content company.
Shit.
I've spent over $1 million in the back end developing what it is that we do. But when I look at cryptocurrency, the reason why I don't think it's going to do well is because it doesn't seem to actually accomplish something that can't be done already. Everything needs something like what I call a killer app. Like,
Okay, so according to DJ Vlad, right, everything needs a killer app, and cryptocurrencies don't really have like some major functionality in terms of providing value that doesn't really exist. So I really want you guys to remember that particular point, and we are going to come back to that point because I just want him to explain the whole entire reason why he doesn't really think cryptocurrencies don't really have like any specific functionality that really adds value to the current ecosystem that we have. So let's just continue listening to him.
like when computers first came about, spreadsheets were the first things that made computers useful for people who did your taxes and people who did your finances.
Right.
Once a spreadsheet allowed someone to run numbers in 2 seconds that used to take them 4 days. With cryptocurrency, the only thing that it seems to accomplish is it allows for illegal transactions to happen faster.
Okay, so according to DJ Vlad, the only good thing about cryptocurrencies is obviously the facilitation of illegal transactions, aka buying money, on the dark web with cryptocurrencies, aka Bitcoin. So, okay.
That's the only thing that I see it being really, really useful for. If I want to buy guns or drugs off the dark web, cryptocurrency seems to be the best way to do it. Other than that, I don't see it being all that useful because you could already transfer money electronically, and the way it fluctuates on a daily basis, you could get $100 worth of cryptocurrency in the morning, and by the evening it's worth $40. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that you like cryptocurrency so much?
I just put my money in there. I buy the shit and wait for it to go up, and I sell it, and then I just keep repeating that same process. It's just making me money effortlessly. Like, all I have to do is just set the alerts. Like, whenever the shit goes under a certain point, I know I have to go buy some. Whenever it goes above a certain point, I'm selling some. That's all I'm doing with it. I'm not really focused. I'm not worried about its future or nothing like that. It's not like I have all my money in there. No, it's just, it's making me a little change. Why not?
Right, because
Okay, so that's Nasty C's answer. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents with regards to cryptocurrency and the other points that DJ Vlad was raising, because a lot of people usually get confused when you talk about blockchain technology, which is distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, it operates using the distributed ledger technology. And by the way, the three main useful cases, or rather use cases, of blockchain technology, aka distributed ledger technology, are basically immutability, transparency, and chip transactions. Okay, so if you take a look at these three main rows of distributed ledger technology, there are several use cases in different industries, like for example the supply chain system. If you talk about different things such as IoT, the Internet of Things, there's just like so much that we can do with distributed ledger technology, just basing off of these three amazing functionalities of distributed ledger technology. So a lot of non-tech people usually just think of Bitcoin as just being this one gigantic face of blockchain technology, and most of them confuse the volatility, which is obviously brought about by the market sentiments. Like for example, Bitcoin going down by about 50% doesn't really, represent its functionality in terms of its blockchain use cases or its distributed ledger attributes, if I can put it that way. So a lot of people really just get confused about that currency or money type of role of Bitcoin and what the market sentiments usually are, especially on cryptocurrency exchanges, because the price of Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrencies is determined by people. Let's say, for example, everybody panic sells, well, the price is going to be volatile, and what do you really expect? And by the way, talking about the issue of volatility, we all know what happened to oil. I mean, a few weeks ago, right? Oil tanked, it even went below zero. Okay, so if you talk about volatility, any industry, whether stock markets can also be volatile as well, but we only have a lot of volatility due to the fact that this space is very, very immature, and we are like literally less than 15 years old when it comes to people sort of building these different infrastructures and just making sure that everything is done very well. So if you take a look at cryptocurrency exchanges, right, a lot of them are really unregulated, and there's like a lot of things that really need to be done in order for them to sort of be very traditional. Because if you take a look at if you hear what DJ Vlad was saying, right, he's obviously used the stock market, so he's obviously I don't really want to use this term, he's an old head when it comes to cryptocurrencies and that stuff. So for him, he usually looks at the value, or rather he's looking for a killer app, but he's not really thinking about the other ways that distributed ledger technology can be used. So let's try to listen further, and then let's listen
in December of
to what this guy's
2017. It was at like 20,000.
Yeah, but now look at where it's at right now.
And then by 2018, it was at 3,000.
That's crazy, right?
And now it's at like
6,
a little under 7,000.
Yeah. And like a lot of predictions say it might go up to like 20. And you have to also think about it. I'm working in rands too, so for me, it's like I get to earn that much in dollars. That's big, bro. That's like making that kind of money from here back at home by just like pumping in like 40,000 rands and just waiting for a little while. I could get 200K back. Why wouldn't I do that?
Exactly. And then, I am an African, and I'm sure you guys already heard what happened to countries such as Zimbabwe, Venezuela. If you take a look at the way Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies work, right, they obviously use such protocols such as the proof of work. So basically, the proof of work makes the attributes of Bitcoin, even due to the fact that Bitcoin has got like a limited circulating supply, right, it really makes it less prone to inflation. So if you take a look at the dollar, right, the dollar is consistently, losing its value. A lot of currencies in Africa or over the world, they are prone to inflation. So if you take a look at the value that cryptocurrencies add in terms of providing real value, whether it is proof of stake or proof of work, right? It really sort of certifies them in order for them to be like less prone to inflation, and that is very, very valuable. Because look at somebody who's in Zimbabwe. If they are able to have some sort of currency which is able to sort of maintain its value, and it's sort of censorless, nobody can really give them sanctions, and nobody can really affect them in terms of the value of their currency, I think that is very, very powerful. So those are just one of the things that you guys are supposed to be looking at. And the other point that I really wanted to make, because I'm just forgetting everything. Yeah, if you take a look at the value of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies, right? One is able to carry, let's say, 2 billion US dollars worth of cryptocurrencies, and you can like literally move with it, and nobody's really going to be able to like even notice that you've got a whole lot of money. And if you really want to process or rather send such a large amount of money to somebody, right, you can easily transfer that value from one person to the other by just paying a very small amount of money. So this is one of the reasons why I initially told you guys that blockchain, or rather distributed ledger technology, has got three basic functionalities. It's extremely cheap. You can transfer a whole lot of money at a very, very minimal fee, and you can do that like in literally less than 1 hour. If you take a look at the different ways that a lot of these traditional companies work, like for example Visa, in order for you to like send a large amount of money, you need to fill out a lot of documentations, and then you also need to wait for the transactions to be processed. It's like usually over 3 days, and you are it's very, very inconvenient. But if you take a look at cryptocurrencies, you can like literally do that in less than 1 hour, and you can transfer that amount of value, and it's very easy to carry around with. You can be moving around with a whole lot of money, and nobody can even notice that you've got something, and that is very, very important, and it is very, very useful. So if we talk about immutability, right, obviously it's sort of stores information that is very, very important in different sectors. Let's say, for example, you are having an election, right? Obviously, in Africa, there's a lot of countries that already have corruption. There isn't a lot of transparency, and we just need to store data and just make sure that it is authentic. So if you talk about immutability, right? Let's say you are having an election, it's very easy to be very transparent, and then all that information is just going to be verifiable. So that is very powerful, because you can easily verify data, and everything can be sort of more transparent. So there's a lot of things that blockchain, or rather distributed ledger technology, can do, and I really want a lot of people to be very aware, and not just look at the fact that Bitcoin is a form of money, because you have to look at the underlying technology and how it works, because it's more than money. It's more than just, the prices moving up and down by a factor of about 40%, because it's actually way more to that. There's actually a lot of things that you can do. You can really end up disrupting the supply chain. Like right now, we really need authenticity in terms of, getting proper medication, and just basically getting authentic products that are being manufactured by their certified manufacturers and stuff. So you can use blockchain technology in order for you to like trace this whole entire supply chain, and then you can be able to like verify the type of medicine that you are buying, because there's actually a value chain which is being sort of tracked. And then you can only do that by having like some sort of immutable, transparent database where all this information can be stored. So there's a lot of things that you guys can actually get to learn about in terms of distributed ledger technology. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is obviously the thing that we were trying to do, because I'm actually the founder of TechAvantu. TechAvantu.com is basically, we are an enterprise software solution company where we help different companies come up with blockchain solutions. We do quite a lot of different things, so I obviously understand and know what I'm talking about, especially in countries, especially in Africa, because this is where we obviously need distributed ledger technology the most. Because if you talk about the West, right, you guys have got pretty much all these amazing technologies, and maybe for you guys, you do not really see the need to have very transparent ecosystems, very good verifiable ecosystems, because in Africa there's a whole lot of corruption, there's a whole lot of things that really need to be improved. So for us, distributed ledger technology does really mean a lot. And we've actually been working with different companies. We've worked with companies in Angola. We've worked with companies in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Zambia, and we are really seeing the value that blockchain, or rather distributed ledger technology, is contributing to our ecosystem, because we really need to disrupt the way a whole lot of different things usually work. So obviously you guys can take a look at our website, TechAvantu. Avantu just basically means people, or rather humanity. You guys already know the software Ubuntu is basically the same thing. So Avantu just means people and humanity. So we've got like different things that we have already done. We've got proof of proof of concepts already. So if you guys are looking forward to having like some projects, some legit projects with legit use cases, you can always reach me at Muna@TechAvantu. So basically just come to our website. You can just email me right over here, and then we are basically going to show you all the projects that, all the real in real life sort of use cases that we've been working on, so that you guys can actually see, or rather and get to understand how distributed ledger technology is very disruptive in different industries. So yeah, I think you guys got a thing or two. Do not just look at Bitcoin in terms of its volatility, in terms of the prices, because it's obviously way more than that. In terms of killer applications, there's a lot of different things that you can do, and yeah, it's just simply amazing. And then you guys are going to forever change your lives, because you can also like do different hustles. You can come up with a company, you can provide different solutions, you can disrupt a whole lot of different industries. So I really hope that you guys are really going to take a lot of time and dive deep into blockchain technology and how it can improve human lives. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on post notifications, and we are definitely going to see each other very soon. So take care. Drop all the comments in the comment section below. Do you think blockchain technology, or rather distributed ledger technology, is very useful to humanity? And what use cases do you think are applicable using blockchain technology? Are you working on any particular projects? Do you have any ideas? Do you want to work with us? Do you want us to like show you the different proof of concepts that we have been working on, And yeah, please drop everything in the comment section below. Visit our website, techavantu.com. This is the URL right over here, www.techavantu.com. You can check out the different SaaS, software as a solution services, that we have already, because we've been working on some database management system using blockchain. We've also worked on a traceability and origin of goods, for the supply chain and manufacturing industry. So there's a lot of things, a lot of exciting stuff that I really want to be sharing with you in the coming a few months. I really want you to like see the real use cases of blockchain, because a lot of companies out there, they are all about hype. They are all about, getting to like sell their tokens. But for us, we are actually creating the value first, and then if we happen to be successful, then that's very good. But for me, the most important thing is getting to disrupt the way Africa works, and just basically providing these life-changing solutions, especially for the African continent, because I really believe this is where blockchain technology can be very, very helpful and very useful. So take care, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you a little bit later.